Hey guys, here's me, Dax Moy, back with just another quick, I guess a quick revision, a quick critique, a quick summary of Underground Strength Conference, Zach Evanesh's amazing event that took place in New Jersey, just outside of New York, about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago now. I'm just kind of slowly working my way through, I guess, addressing some of the points that were raised during that conference. It was an amazingly good conference. Zach Evanesh really outdid himself. He put a lot of really great people into one room and got them talking about some really amazing things. And all of the speakers were great, but there were a handful of people that really stood out to me as being the kind of people that were delivering a very important message. The person I want to speak about today is a guy called Jason C. Brown. Okay, Jason's talk at the event was on, basically it was on his system called the Pathfinder method, which was absolutely fantastic. One of the things that I really loved about the Pathfinder method, one of the things that I really loved about what Jason was talking about, was getting people moving on from the idea of just being trainers and just being strength coaches, which are worthy endeavors in themselves, but getting more in touch with the whole person. Okay, connecting with the entire person that you're working with as a coach, as opposed to just relying on the one thing. And one of the things that really stood out to me about Jason's talk, well, actually there were a couple of things that really stood out to me. One was quite a Zen component there. Okay, the kind of just the very chilled out way that Jason has got about explaining the process that he wants to take people through, the experience rather than just the results. Okay, and that really resonates with me. In my own company, we talk all the time about people come to us for the results, but they stay with us for the experience. And Jason had his own way of explaining that, but which clearly resonated with me, but which really resonated with a lot of people in that room. This idea that as coaches, we have it within our power to merely become, as I've already said, metrically obsessed. Okay, we can chase the numbers with the client, which is important to a degree when they first come to us. Okay, or we can do something much more powerful and create an experience for these people that they will never ever forget. In other words, we can become very important in their lives, and we can become an amazing transition point in their lives, a point where they realize that because of our intervention, because of our involvement with them, that they are becoming someone else. Okay, they're becoming the next version of who they really want to be. Okay. Another important factor that Jason brought up was the idea of play. Okay, and again, I guess this ties in with that metric obsession thing again. When we become metrically obsessed, when we're chasing the numbers, we're often not playing. We're taking everything extremely serious. Okay, extremely seriously. Where we have to meet this target, and we have to do this thing, and we have to be in this place at this time and do this stuff. Right? Well, where is the play? Where is the play? Okay, the play generally tends to disappear out of most people's lives, and play stops kind of for most of us when we're children. And yet, by bringing play back in, by bringing in those elements of enjoyment and doing the thing for doing the thing's sake, rather than meeting a specific target, just doing it. Okay, just being involved in playing the game as opposed to feeling that you really must win this game. Okay, and getting really serious. So, I mean, there are a whole bunch of other things that Jason covered, but ultimately, those are the two things that really stood out to me. The idea of making an experience for people, as opposed to just kind of giving them physical challenges and just focusing on results. And I guess, by focusing on the play as opposed to focusing on the training, that is also an experiential element as well. Okay, but it stood out to me at the time as two, and still does, as kind of two linked but slightly separate elements. So, look, go and check out some of Jason C. Brown's stuff. It's over at thepathfindermethod.com. A really great site. It's not just Jason talking. He's got a couple of other experts on there talking about interesting things as well. But if you're looking at ways to increase the experiential component of what you do with clients, and if you're looking at ways to increase the fun and increase the way in which you can get away from just chasing, the latest bench press numbers or how many swings you can do in a minute or whatever, and you're looking at a way to really connect with your clients. Jason C. Brown's site, the pathfindermethod.com, is a great place to go. And just again, once more, big thanks to Jason C. Brown for his presentation, and also big thanks to Zach Evanesh for putting together such an amazing event. And it really, really was great. If you get the opportunity to go to next year's one, I would really highly recommend it. Very, very different to most of everything else that is out there at the moment related to Fit Pros. Okay, so that's it. Another kind of Dax Moy mad rambling, and I'll speak to you very, very soon.